The nonprofit Mental Health America launched Mental Health Awareness Month in 1949. And ever since then, May has been a time to raise awareness, reduce stigma, and promote mental well-being. This month, we're sharing a series of reports on different aspects of mental health and wellness. After all, the more we all talk about it, the more we understand, accept, and embrace practices to make society and individuals healthier. One place to start? Our court system. Mental and behavioral health issues lie behind a significant number of cases entering the criminal justice system. In Massachusetts, an approach called specialty courts offer a way forward, one that helps minimize repeat violations and supports public safety.
It does. I think you have a greater chance of reaching people and reducing recidivism.
That's Rob Galibois, Cape and Islands District Attorney. He advocated for mental health specialty court sessions in Barnstable County. These sessions ran elsewhere in Massachusetts, but only began in Barnstable in 2023. Since then, he says, they have made a difference for the region.
So the district attorney is commonly known as the chief law enforcement officer for his or her district. And essentially, I'm in charge or responsible for trying to keep public safety at its highest levels. All of our specialty court sections are products of the trial court. They're the ones that have to launch it. But we work in unison together once they are open. It's a team effort.
When we think of courts, we often picture a brick and mortar facility. But the specialty courts aren't about physical buildings, and they aren't actually separate courts. They're specific sessions within an existing court, like the one here within Barnstable District Court.
It's in Barnstable District Court, which that district is Sandwich, Barnstable, and Yarmouth. However, we have an awesome judge over there in the Barnstable District Court, Teresa Wright. She's the presiding judge of the Mental Health Court. She readily accepts cases from the Orleans District Court or from the Falmouth District Court because they realize they're the only specialty court session in the Cape or on the Cape at the moment.
For people with mental or behavioral health or addiction issues, or sometimes all three in tandem, traditional approaches don't improve either public safety or prevent future crimes, say law enforcement experts. Finding a different way to apply justice and preserve future public safety drove the creation of these courts.
In a mental health specialty court, professionals in the field come right in and work with a struggling defendant to try to identify what's the core issue. And once you make that identification, then we have a greater chance of reducing recidivism.
People who have been arrested for a crime end up in the mental health specialty court by referral, either by family or the legal system.
Typically, the way it will start off is something's brought to our attention at the outset of a case through a defense attorney or some sort of family member will bring it to our attention that this person has had a history of certain struggles. So then we review it and we have a screening team. And that screening team, again, is made up of our office, defense attorneys, judges, and probation officers. And we look at how this particular individual presents, and we make the determination. Yes, the criteria is there. They do have a particular history of whatever it is that they struggle with, and they would benefit from this particular specialty court.
The secret sauce in courts like this lies in the way they gather knowledge and resources to better address the underlying issues that brought people into contact with the legal system in the first place.
We all work together to try to, with that one goal, to make sure that the person that we're working with at that particular moment in time identifies their struggles, be it substance use or mental health, and they have a clear path going forward, knowing what they need to do to stay out of the criminal justice system.
The mental health specialty court simply works.
The person that is struggling makes that identification themselves, understands what they have to do by way of treatment, and is on that path to never return to the criminal justice system. It is, at the end of the day, it is totally about public safety.